This ain't entertainment. This is a move. This is prophecy with a pulse. A soundtrack for the remnant. We don't just make music. We speak fire from the corners of the city to the gates of the kingdom. From survival to revival, from chemo chairs to dry bones rising. Gorillaz Radio ain't just about beats. It's about power. Power to heal. Power to rise. Power to remember who we really are. We're street bred, spirit led, anointed with the oil of war and peace. We don't fold. We don't flinch. We go gangster on fear. We go holy on sickness. We go full of flames for the people of Yah. So if you're tired of dead religion, if you're done with fake healing, if your soul been searching for the real sound of heaven, you just tapped in. This is Gorillaz, and this is the sound of faith on fire.
They changed me. The earth groans beneath my feet. They changed me. They changed my name, my word, my glory, and called it light. But it was laced with lies. Now the foot of Yah stands on earth. This is the path of judgment and fire. Eternal one, the ancient of days. They painted my face, twisting my grace, and told the world I'm just another god in the race. They changed my son, Yahusha the mighty one. The Lion of Judah turned to a lamb they could run from. They changed my people, Israel, scattered and sold. Made kings into slaves, turned prophets into gold. The world dressed up, sin in holy robes. Took my Sabbath, flipped my codes. They took my covenant and made it their own. But I still see Zion, I still know my own. They changed me. God of change. They changed my son, but his blood remains. They changed my people. They changed my people. The fire's the same. I am that I am. I stand on my name. For the judgment of my mighty hand, I stand on that. Hey. For the wrath and the path that they laughed, I stand on that. Hey. Heaven shakes when my foot hits the land, I stand on that. Hey. They thought they could erase me, but I am back. My glory they tried to hide. They said I was silence, but I thunder in clouds. They mocked my prophets, now the trumpets get loud. Hey, they call me Lord, but forgot my name. Yahweh, the flame, the unchanging, untamed. They buried my truth in cathedrals and halls, but I'm breaking their altars, tearing down walls. Yeah, my word was twisted, my people were shamed, but I wrote every line. They can't change my name. My spirit moves in the broken, the bruised. The chosen rise though the world's confused. The meek will speak what the proud refused. For my judgment is love and my wrath is truth. You changed the sun, but the stone still cries. You changed the tongue, but the truth won't die. You changed the books, but I still write sky. Now my people awaken, dry bones rise. You touch my anointed, mocked my plan, played with the covenant, called it man. But I am Yah, the consuming fire. The world's a stage, and I'm the choir. that throne. No lie can change that star. My people return from the ends of the seas. The tears of prayers, the chains of keys. I'm lifting the veil, restoring the line. The covenant breathes, the promise is mine. The world made me common, I made it holy. They crowned their kings, I wrote my story. Now nations tremble, temples fall, for I am Yah, the all in all. They changed me, but I never changed. Hey, they changed my son, but his blood remains. Hey, they changed my people, but fire's the same. Yeah, I am that I am. I stand on my name. For the jumping of my mighty hand, I stand on that way. For the wrath and the path that they laughed at, stand on that. Hey, heaven shakes when my foot hits the land. I stand on that. Hey, I stand on that. Hey, Yah is back. I stand on that. Yeah.
Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shalom. Welcome back to Root in Hebrew. My name is Mike, and let me start from the bottom going up. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Liana Blue. And you know what, brothers and sisters, please forgive me. If I'm crossing up your name, please forgive me because, hey, it is what it is. But I'm glad you all made it in. Sister Dania, I can't be saying sister because I can't look at the name and then try to put a person behind the name. But welcome, family. Let's just do it that way. I'm glad you made it in. And when you look at things, and when it breaks down to an individual decision and things of that nature, yeah, it becomes you by yourself. And brothers and sisters, let me wait a minute, hold on, wait. I didn't even realize there was that many in the chat. Hold on for a moment. Oh, sister, I know this sister Pinky D. Shabbat Shalom says, I'm glad you came in today. Who else is this? Sister Dan Day Yana. I could be wrong, but Shabbat Shalom says. I came up with the title. Where do you stand? Because it's getting to that point. We talk about this digital age, the beast system. You know what, brothers, when it's all over said and done, it's easy to say what you're going to do. But the Most High said, the flesh is eager. I'm sorry, the spirit is eager, but the flesh is weak. We see these things, we see what's going on around us, and we start imagining individually how we're going to stand, how we're going to get down. That's what we imagine. But when times of trouble comes in and kicks in full blown, because truthfully, brothers, I tell you the truth, this nonsense that the world is pushing out is absolute. Shabbat Shalom, says Van P. I'm glad you came in, sis. Shabbat Shalom, McCoy. I'm glad you came in also. These are the ones I'm accustomed to. Sisters Van P, and Brother Dave, just to name a few. We came back. We go back some years. We go back some years. And when you go back some years with some individuals, no, when it's all over said and done, brother, those are the ones you want to cling to until you get to know everyone else. And that, I mean, it is what it is, and that's how life goes. That's how life goes. But like I was stating, where do you stand? The world is gearing itself up for you to answer that question, and you're not going to stand back and say, I'm neutral. Neutral is nowhere in the conversation. It's not. I'm gonna go back to Sister Van P. This sister is pretty much more. If you want to talk about self-sufficiency, she's on that road. She grows this, she grows that. She does things on her own. And truthfully, if I would have to say it, Sister Van P is on the road to self-sufficiency. Because the question is going to be made. The question is already out there. The Most High already put that out there. He told us, get out of Babylon. We heard the cry. We heard the warning. Individually, this is the question. What are you doing? Are you putting things in place to be obedient to the Most High? And Sister Van P, I think it was Sister Cynthia, Sister Patia, Sister Zenobia, all of them are doing small things to make a great impact. That's what they're doing. Because when it's all over said and done, when that hammer comes down, brothers and sisters, that hammer is going to come down. And however you're standing, if you are nailed into the Most High, you're gonna stand the time. You're going to ride that. Your strength, your determination, it's going to determine how you're going to stand. But if you are a person that is still being accustomed to the system, I'm not going to say you're going to be destroyed. That's just not for me to say. I'm not going to tell you what you're going to be, because brothers and sisters have different struggles. You may have a brother or sister that's all by themselves, laying in a bed in a nursing home, where you do not have any type of contact with any family, or you flat out just do not have any family members any longer on this planet. You all by yourself. If you ever want to feel alone, get into that predicament. Let life push you into that predicament. But if life did push you in that predicament, you must be somebody that the devil really truthfully cannot handle, do not want you to be in existence. If your family and you're the only person out of your family that's living, that right there speaks volumes. You may feel alone. The Most High is not going to just leave you in destitute. That's one thing he's not going to do. He's not going to leave you in destitute. This system will make you feel. That's all it's going to do. And the thing about the system is that it's all about the flesh. How can it make you feel? The Most High is about the spirit, where he tells us, hey, don't put your flesh above your spirit. This is what the Most High is encouraging us to do. The devil. Brother, let me just do it this way. Let me do it this way. Because when it's all over said and done, we're going to be either on the right side of history. When I say the right side, I'm talking about on the right side of the Most High. Or we're going to be on the left side where the ghost stands. That's what it's going to be about. I ain't gonna say we. Let me, you know what, matter of fact, let me just do it this way. I'm working with this brother. He's a family, mentally oriented brother. He's all about family. He's all about Black people. That's what he's about. He's about Black people. You know, and when you are about Negroes, your struggle is going to be harder. He doesn't understand that, but he's seeing it though. And he's about to lose faith in his people. And you got a lot of people out there that's pro-Negro. You do. That's one thing we do have. But this instance with this brother here, and I've been knowing this brother since let me see, what year was that? 99. And we both been working in the communications business since then. So my business slowed down. You know, this is the beauty about brothers and sisters. You know who you can call on. I called the brother, and just so happened he was going through some things, but he needed help. So I came on out, helped this brother out. But when I came out, brothers, I seen a whole lot of nonsense. And he's trying to figure out how in the world he's going to proceed with these things. But let me just get a little bit deeper into this, because when it's all over said and done, brothers, this is it's still gonna go back to the title. Where do you stand? Where do you stand with the Most High? I'm working with this brother. We hooking up fiber optics throughout the rural areas of the United States, because we may be here, then next week we may be somewhere else 1,000 miles away. This is what we do. We hook up, you know, run these lines, cut these lines in, test these lines, make sure that people can have some type of communications. But there's three of us. Well, it was three of us. And it's sad how things went down. Me and this brother, we traveled to Pittsburgh to get another team started. We got it started. You know, three brothers. And when I say brothers, they are literally fleshly brothers. We got them set and where they're able to work on their own. So I ain't gonna say we. The brother gets a phone call, and it's from the brother who we left behind to go in order for us to go check out this other site. So he was complaining about this and that and things of that nature. And I said to Rob, because I'm listening to the conversation and I'm analyzing. I'm saying to myself, now this brother, he's on some down stuff. He's shifty and just as sure. He did some things that was It was low down. So the next day, the company that this brother had the contract with called. They called him and they found and they said, well, if you're going to go out of state, you need to let us know. And I'm like, wait a minute. How did they know we was out of state and things of that nature? So we called the brother back, and it was him who told them that we was out of state, taking care of another site. So the brother, he, explained that he, we or he, this is not the only site that he works with. He's all over the United States. But this brother got a whole lot of unnecessary things started. Where do you stand? So this brother, due to money, he's seen where he can make a lot of money. That's what he's seen. Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Brother Dave. I'm glad you came in, brother. So when I'm hearing the conversation of what's going on, and now mind you now, we are three, I'm gonna use the race, 3 black men in North Carolina, and we working in the hill. Oh, let me take that word back. Not hills, mountains. This is where we working at. We going up mountain. And I'm talking to the brother, who owns the company. I'm riding with him. I don't have a 4-wheel drive. My truck is just only 2-wheel. I'm not going to drive that thing up no mountain. But anyway, we riding up in the mountains. This is my first time, truthfully, or second time going in the depth of the mountains. I'm looking at Confederate flags and things of that nature. I'm like, hold on, bro. That's what I'm saying to him. I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all, you got people up here with this. He said, hold on, Mike. Let me keep driving. So we keep going up the hill. I mean, the mountain. Brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. I'm in the passenger seat and I'm looking over and I'm seeing a cliff. Now I'm like, Rob, slow this truck down. Mike, we good. I'm looking over the cliff. This is just me. Now, don't get me wrong. At the same time, I'm giving glory to the Most High because I'm looking at all of his creation. That's what I'm seeing. But down at that bottom, that's a long ways down. But eventually, we get to where we need to get to. And I'm like, bro, are you for real? And he said, man, Mike, if anybody don't believe in the Most High, they got to be crazy. When you up there and you seeing all of his creation, you seeing his creation, you seeing clouds. And I'm like, man, are you, my ears was popping so much. I seriously believe my ears they got a rhythm because it was popping so much. I never seen anything like this before. But anyway, hey, you know what, Brother Dave? In order for a person to understand what I'm saying, yeah, you will have to be there. You have to not be there, in my particular spot, but to see these things. You could be on low level land, and a person could just see the Most High's creation, and you just marvel at him of the things he did for people to see and to enjoy. And then at the same time, fall back, give him glory, because he took out the time to make these things for you to see and for you to enjoy. Because it's going to bring you back to the question, where do you stand? You got some people who can look at that and move on about their business as if, all right, okay, what? It don't faze them. It does not faze them at all, of the Most High's creation. But moving along, we up here, cutting in these fiber cuts and things of that nature, strands and things of that nature. And so it's very disheartening of how things went down. But me, I had that experience already. I know what brothers and sisters do. I know what Yahushua said in Matthew chapter 29, that what brothers are going to be doing, betraying one another. Who, brothers, when I say that this brother here was heated, he was ready to kill. He was ready to kill because he could not believe another black man would do what he did to him, because he feels so strongly for the black race. He understands our struggles. He does. That's one thing I got to say about Rob. He knows the struggle of a black man and a black woman. He knows it. And he continued to fight for it. Now, mind you, he's not woke. He's not woke. He is not. But he still knows the struggle. And anytime you're struggling for a particular people, it can be Brother Dave, it can be Sister Van P, it can be McCord. When you start struggling for a people and you start thinking highly of a people that the devil does not agree with, you struggling against the devil. That's what you got yourself into. Because now you start to understand the Most High loves these people. He loves them. And so now when Yahushua said, hey, these people are going to be coming to me and talking, Lord, did I not do this or do that? And Yahushua is going to fall back upon him and say, look here, you locked up my people in a prison system. And for the vast majority of them, you put cases upon them that did not belong. The fact that you did it to these least ones, you did that to me. We got brothers and sisters, when it's all over said and done, we connected by blood and spirit. This is what Yahushua was saying. And so when I say this, you brothers, you sisters, I hear on some shady business, offend that person. Offended. I don't care how you make it up in your head that you're doing what is right. The Most High knows it. He knows exactly what you are doing to your brothers and sisters. And now, it doesn't matter where you stand then, because where you think you may be standing at, the Most High like, put that character on the left side of me. This is a very serious position to put ourselves in. When you're going against your own brothers, Yahushua said, you're going against me. If you know for a fact you owe this brother or sister money, and you don't pay, and you have the means of paying them, you're getting yourself hemmed up. No matter where you think you may be standing, the Most High is going to put you somewhere where you do not want to be. You don't want to be there. But he's going to move you because of your action. Brothers, it got to a point just yesterday. And the brother said, I don't think he left, Mike. Now, mind you, brothers, when I say we working in the hills, the mountains, we working in the mountains. Now, when I'm trying to be cautious of getting hemmed up in these mountains. That's the thing I'm looking at. But now we got to contend with what a brother has done. He calls the company to which this brother had the brother Rob has a contract with. He calls the company of this brother and tells the company this and that. Everything was to undermine this brother. Now, brothers and sisters, when I say this, we making money. The money we make is not the average income that you see individuals making. I'm serious. So now, how can you take, or not necessarily take, how can you reason that you got in your litty bitty mind to knock your brother down so you can get a few more dollars? That is demonic. So we have equipment, brothers and sisters, that costs. This particular equipment we have to test fiber, that stuff costs $13,000. That's how much it costs. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Kathy. I'm glad you made it in, sis. I hope you and your husband are doing fine, doing very well. I hope you are blessed beyond any measure. I'm glad you came in. And so while we was coming down out of the mountains, we glanced over to our left. And brothers and sisters, I kid you not, because what this brother had did, and we needed that equipment to test, I was praying to the Most High that he lead us back to this man so we can get that equipment. The Most High led us back to him. Now we out here working now. And we, at the same time, we still frustrated because of what this brother did. And so, but hey. All right. His son, all righty. All right. I'm glad that I hope everything is working out and that he's he must be there. That is good. That's Brother Galen's son that's there, right, Sister Kathy? That's good, but that's a long trip though. But anyway, brothers, we got two we like I said, we coming down out of the mountains. And I look over and I see a trailer. I said, wait a minute, is that his trailer? I said, wait a minute. And that's his truck. And so Rob said, man, that's his truck. That's his tarp on that truck. So, we already went to the police station. We did a report. I did not know, brothers and sisters, that coming down off the other side of the mountain, we was in Georgia. Now, mind you, our work is in North Carolina. And so we come down. And so the police called, the police they saying, hey, that's not our district. You have to call Georgia. And I'm like, oh, you got to be joking me. So we pulls up. The brother said, what's up, Mike? I said, I'm cool, man. What's going on with you? And so the brother that owns the business, he gets out. He's very heated. He is. He's highly upset. He's highly upset because he's looking at him and he's seeing black skin, brown skin. Because his mindset is for Negroes. So now, yes, emotion is running very high. So it was getting out of pocket. I was like, man, bump this nonsense. We just need the equipment that he stole. He stole some equipment from this brother. And like I said, the stuff costs like $13,000 to $17,000. It's two pieces of equipment, and it takes two technicians to run it. So I was like, let this nonsense ride. Let's just get this stuff here. But the brother, the brother who stole it, was very adamant he didn't have it. But he's the only person who had the keys to the Airbnb that we all were staying in. And I knew he did. No, y'all be leaving the door unlocked. I was like, bro, we're not living in that type of neighborhood. And you very well know this. You went in and you took a laptop and a tablet out of the box and put it on his bed, the laptop was in his case, and you walked out with that equipment. That's some flaky. Whoo. So, brothers, when we go into the mountain, we go protected. And I know you brothers know when I say we go protected, because we don't know what's going down. We out here doing work, hooking up, bringing in fiber and things of that nature. Because where we at, there are black bears. But don't get me wrong, it's cold. They're supposed to be hibernating. But then we found out also that the way the weather change, it can be cold one day and the next day be warm. And when it's warm, that's when the rattlesnakes, what is that? It's another type of snake. I don't like snakes. I don't. I'm highly prejudiced of snakes. My first instance is to stop them down. I just do not like snakes at all. So I'm very cautious when I go, because like I said, we're in the mountains. We're dealing with a lot of foliage, trees, leaves. So I move in a different way. But getting back, along with all of this going on, now it was about to get heated. Well, it got heated. So by that time, that's when the police showed up. And the guy was very, you could search my truck, you could search my trailer, my room, to which they did all of that. They didn't find the machines. And I'm saying in my mind, this dude popped those machines. He got those machines in a location that we do not know. Brothers, when I tell you this, the money we make, from my standpoint, there's no reason to be greedy. I just don't see it that you should be greedy. But you got individuals. And brothers, when I say this, either you're going to be on the right side of the Most High or you're going to be on the left side. And the Most High is absolutely looking at Israel, how Israel is treating his or her brothers and sisters. He's looking at that. If you've been shady for years, and this is what you practice, you need to get yourself right with the Most High, because he's going to judge you. He's going to judge you. We always have issues with certain organizations and things of that nature when it comes to us pulling ourselves together. Brothers and sisters, this is an uphill battle. But that's where the throne is at. This is where Jacob's supposed to sit. But if you choose while you're climbing that mountain, you're getting out of breath while you're climbing this mountain, and you being flaky and shaky with your brothers and sisters, you go find yourself at the base of the mountain. Many are called, few are chosen. This is what the Most High says. But it got to a point where I had to pull the brother back. I said, "Look here, brother, let's go ahead and leave." The police said they did not see the machines, and so I encouraged the brother. I'm sharing scriptures with him right now. Some of the scriptures I'm sharing, man, they going over his head. Because right now he's upset because he's getting himself hemmed up. In order for you to do this particular site, and then the stipulation is for this particular site, you got to have this particular machine to do this site, because they know you got to test it and certify these fiber lines. And so now this brother, he's kind of hemmed up. That's what he is. This is right to this very day of the situation. And I say this for brothers and sisters out there. And it don't necessarily have to be a partnership or a business or whatever. If you're treating your brothers and sisters in a way that it grabs the Most High's attention, you brothers and sisters that's practicing that, you may find yourself getting hemmed up. This is not that time where you want to be on the bad side of the Most High, because it's going to be Yahushua who's going to stand there. You did this to them, you did it to me. You knew I was hungry, but yet and still you stole money from me. This is what's going on right as we speak. And it just ain't what's going on here. You're talking about globally. This is the call the Most High is putting out. Do right by your brothers and sisters. First and foremost. Armageddon is not going to come until the Most High cleans his house, Israel. It's not going to come. He go clean his house first. His house, his people, we're the ones he's cleaning up and cleaning out. We woke up. We said, oh, you know what? I'm going to stick to the laws. We got to maintain that. We can't make excuses for this or that. The laws are not made that way. They're not built that way for you to think that, hey, you can, this here, you can take it that way. No, we don't move that way. That's one thing we do not do. Hold on. Wait a minute, what's going on? I'm sorry, I'm back. We have a responsibility with this awakening, brothers, with this awakening. We have a responsibility. The days, well, let me just do it this way. Let me go back. The days of entertaining the world, brothers and sisters, those days are done. The Most High allowed that to happen. He also stated, I will not totally abandon my people, Israel, and to which he has held up to his word right down to this very day. Brothers and sisters, that's my brother down there, Brother Rob. He's still upset. He's on the phone with different people and things, and he cursed a lot now because out of this. I ain't gonna say cuss. He's highly upset. Let me just put it out that way. And so his equipment got stolen and it's messing with his business. But moving on. We are the example of what not to do and things that should be done. But if you ever want to step on the Most High's bad side, offend one of those brothers and sisters. Let me do it this way. My wife, she calls me, and I know this brother. His name is Cholo. His wife, I know of her. She came by the house plenty of time with her kids and things of that nature. But she come with a lot of bruises on her face. You know, and I never looked at Cholo like that, her husband. And so I stated, I said, look here, you can't be beating on your wife like that. I said, because the moment she cries out to the Most High, it's the time you may get judged. I said, you don't want that. I said, the world will make it, the world will make you think it's okay for you to abuse the woman that you lay down with every single day. That's not a dog. That's not a cat. That's your sister. That's what Yahushua is talking about. The fact that you did it to the least ones, you did it to me. And that's including these sisters, brothers. but he kept beating his wife. And you brothers heard about me talking about what the thing that's going on in Tanzania. Truthfully, this is just me. I think the brother is no longer with us. He has been seen since the 29th of October. He has not been seen and trust and believe. His wife has been around here going to different hospitals looking and searching for her husband. I don't think he's here any longer. But I'm going to say this to brothers and sisters. And let me just, because there's two, let me just deal with the brothers first. You're not going to keep on hitting on your wife. You're not going to keep on hitting on the Yahudim. You're not going to continue to offend or call them out their names. You're not going to call them B's and H's. You can think you can do that and the world can make you feel, hey, this is okay to do. Those days are gone, brothers. The Most High is laying down judgment. He's cleaning house. You're not going to keep on offending your wife and thinking that the Most High is turning a deaf eye or deaf ear, eye ear, or whatever you want to call it, to the situation. No, he's bringing that judgment. And however the Most High will use it, he's going to use it. If he got to bring in some shady policemen, he will use the shady policeman to discipline you. Call it what you want to, but if you do not, if you do not want to fall on that bad side of the Most High, don't hit that woman. Don't call her out her name. You ain't even got to hit her. But if you're talking about her like a dog, you will get judged. That's one thing that will happen to you, brothers. As well as sisters. You sitting there saying your husband ain't no good, he's this and he's that. The same thing can happen to you, sisters. You think Lot's wife turned into a pillar of salt? The Most High can lay you down when you don't get back up, just as much as a brother. This judgment, brothers, and this cleaning house is across the board. It's across the board. The Most High is not. These days are talking about he sleep. No, he's woke. He woke up before us, and he woke us up. He said, "Dry bones rise." And you brothers and sisters, you rose up. And at the same time, we have to be on point when it comes to how we treat our brothers and sisters. Because everything is going to come to that judgment seat of the Most High and how you treat your brothers and sisters. When the Most High said, forgive from the heart, he means it. This is where you're going to understand where you stand at. You're going to stand on something. Just make sure you're standing on something that is worthwhile, that is faith enduring. This is what we are at right now. The devil, brothers and sisters, the devil he's on a rampage. He's on a rampage. I tell you, there are so many different situations that's going on with different brothers and sisters. It's getting to a point where some of the brothers I know, they move as long by themselves. This is what they're doing. And when they do move, and because these, don't get me wrong, from the conversation I've been having with brothers and sisters, they move silently. They don't voice no opinion. They listen to what brothers and sisters saying. And if it's faith encouraging, they hold to it. They listen to it. But when things get flaky and shaky, oh no, they quick to move. And you can't blame them. Brother, this situation, and brothers and sisters, the situation that we are in right down to this very day, we can't play with our faith because we understand it. We understand the gravity of what we listen to, what we believe. All this stuff is absolutely real. We ain't even trying to entertain any type of unnecessary nonsense. And we see it, we look at it, and we break from it. This is how serious this awakening with our faith is. We look at these. I mean, this is one thing I would say to myself. I'm just speaking me personally. I got to get a lot deeper into these feast days. I got to find like a calendar that explains, not the calendar that explains it, but has the dates, the time. And brother, this is just me. I got to get into it deeply in order for me to know how I need to move with the Most High. If I'm going to say these laws are not done away with, brothers and sisters, yes, and trust and believe, you got to move with it. You got to be part of it. That's the thing, brothers and sisters. Like I said, I don't know if y'all hearing him, but yeah, just try to the brother's still upset. But this is just me. This is the time where there's a gathering, brothers. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this Exodus, the greater Exodus. This stuff is closer, and it's a whole lot realer than it was before. The world is seeing. The world is talking this. The world is talking about, brothers. I'm getting so sick and tired of these AI videos. When I say video, I'm not talking about the ones that the brothers and sisters make. They the like pictures of Trump is on the edge, and they come up with an AI video, and it's drawn to make you click on it so you listen to it. I try not to let that stuff get feed into me, because I do know that a lot of this stuff is out here is a distraction. It's something else that's going on, and we just really don't want to get caught up in the mix of some unnecessary nonsense when there's something greater that we need to be giving attention to. But this is where we're standing at right down to this very day. And how we are going to stand before the Most High, brothers and sisters, is how you're going to treat your brothers and sisters. That's what it's going to boil down to. How you are treating your brothers and sisters. You got some brothers out here right now still may have had a conflict. They still right here gossiping about somebody or involving other people on some gossip that they know for a fact that they should not be doing. The Most High said that he hates contention. And if you are a brother or sister that keeps up contention, now, the Most High said he hates contention. Don't put yourself in a hateful position when it comes to the Most High. We have enough work to do when it comes to maintaining your faith and encouraging your brothers and sisters. I've seen little kids sit up here and battle certain cancers and things of that nature. That's something we can concern ourselves with. Encouraging the family. Talking to herbalists. And if you want, brothers, there's this sister me and my wife know. And I'm going to show you just how demonic this world is. The sister is taking care of her mother. She's very sick. And come to find out, she started to have some issues. So she went to the doctor. And the doctor came back and said, unfortunately, we detected cervical cancer. Yeah, the sister, it knocked her back. It knocked her down. It did. So she calls, and she's scared. Fear, it kind of kicks in. But brothers, these are the things a lot of our brothers and sisters are going through. Be on that right side. Stand. When I say brothers, pray for your brothers and sisters. That simple prayer just might save your life because you're praying for your brothers and sisters. So, the sister, from what I know, my wife, first wife, that's what she succumbed to that cervical cancer. At first, it started off as what did they? I'm trying to the word. I know the word, but it's difficult for me to pronounce. Endometrius. That's where it started off as, and I was like, this don't make no sense. But that's what she had. Now that's years before the diagnosis of cervical cancer. So she had surgery and removed her uterus. That's what she did. We went there and the doctor did it and things of that nature. And we thinking, okay, boom. But as time went on, and she went back to the doctor, and the doctor said, oh, we detected cancer, cervical cancer. I'm like, what? And so, brothers and sisters, now this is before I was woke. We're talking about the early 2000s. And so, and they said this, yes, it's stage 4. And I'm like, well, so I mean, what do you mean by stage 4? I'm like, this is how naive I am. They explain it. Boom, 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 boom. And then I get a she went through it. She went through it. And she died. What the world push our brothers and sisters. And like I said, I wasn't woke. There's a measure of fear that kicked in on both sides. I've seen it. But when this awakening, the Most High opened that door for this awakening, there's a vengeance in each and every last one of us when it's all over said and done. A lot of you, some of you brothers, you're very strong with the determination of these laws and moving the way the Most High want us to move. Taking on fear, taking on whatever discouragement you may get from these different doctors. This is what we're doing. This is what we are fighting for. We, brothers and sisters, we've been fighting all our lives. And for some brothers and sisters, they're tired. The Most High knows it. Hey, it was granted to the devil to wear it out the saints. But regardless, we must continue to encourage one another by means of prayer. That's what we are encouraged to do. Speak encouraging words to our brothers and sisters. I can go on some channels, brothers. I mean, they be going at it, and then when it get heated, that's when they start cursing one another out. You so and so this, you so and so that. This is not the way we need to be getting down. But if this is the way how the Most High is weeding out His people, why What am I going to do? Only thing I can continue to do is encourage. That's the only thing I can do, or calm down tempers. Hold on for a moment. Sister Kathy. You know what, Sister? Sister, oh, we can get into that, Sister Kathy, because truthfully, I look at what the doctors say and do, and I compare them to prisons, the justice system. A black man can say, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I was nowhere close. And you got a lot of black guys after 30 and 40 years in prison. They kind of find out 30 and 40 years later, he was not there. He was telling the truth 30 years ago. 30 years ago, he was telling the truth, but he did time locked up in prison for 20 to 40 years in prison. Life then went by. He gets out and fiber optics. What is fiber optics? He was around when it was still copper. You're right, Sister Kathy. These doctors come in there, and mind you, brothers and sisters, do y'all know what grade average you need to have to become a doctor? To pass that test? A D plus. A D plus. That's all it takes for you to pass and for you to have that label as a doctor. And who you think they're going to use as a guinea pig? They ain't going to take that D minus doctor and put them in one of the prestigious, not important hospital. No, where do you think you go? Brothers, come on now, let's be real. Where do you think that D minus doctor is going to go? What hospital he's going to be working in? The hood. And don't let hatred come along with it. Do not let hatred come right along with that D minus or D plus doctor. This is what they feed to us. But hey, we're not the ones with the end of the joke. Because when it's all over said and done, the Most High said, woe to those that rejoices in Jacob's downfall. Shabbat shalom, Brother Kenneth. I'm glad you made it in, brother. We are not the ones. They're going to look at this. And brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. The world is living it up. They are living it up. Let me just say this. If you look at the world and you look at business, if I say Subway, I'm going to say Subway. What race of people that you see owning more Subways than anybody? Gas stations. Restaurants. You're going to see Asians and Arabs. That's what you're going to see in major cities. 7-Elevens, Subways, you're going to see Indians. Hotels, Indians. These are the people. And there's plenty of times that I and other technicians go into a Subway or 7-Eleven and we ask to use the restroom. Oh, we don't have a restroom. This is what they say. Now, my buddies, well, Rob, he don't. If they don't have a restroom, they don't let him, he don't buy there. Gas, we can be on E. We'll find another one. That's his thing. Because he understands the hatred that they have for us. But they want us to spend money with them. This is the nations. This is what they have learned from who? Colonizers. They learned this from them. And they push it out like that. We must continue to stand on the right side with the Most High. On his left, he's swiping people to the left. He's swiping them. And it's pretty much of things that they're practicing. He's starting with Israel off the top. This is where he's starting at. We have so many things, brothers and sisters, we got to contend with, just like what Sister Kathy is saying here. Don't get sick. Oh, they'll come ahead. Man, you have some type of if they have the power to speak these things on you in a medical situation, they're going to preach it. I've seen doctors. I was there. My cousin was in the hospital. Brothers and y'all may think I'm joking. And this doctor, he was saying this, he was saying that. He had my cousin, her kids, all in tears. He was saying, and brothers, let me tell you something. He was saying it so softly. It was near about a spell that he had my family up under. He had them crying, thinking the worst, and things of that nature. And I don't know. It's just something about me. And when I just stop and I listen. So I'm looking upside this dude here with a frown. That's just me. I'm like, nigga, oh my goodness. I'm saying in my mind, and I'm just listening to him. So, brothers, I start questioning him. Oh, I mean, it was like thing that's called common sense. I asked. He couldn't answer. Then so his attitude changed a little bit. So I came back and I said, well, you said this here, but we got this here. Oh my goodness. Now his attitude started to change. He's starting to get a little bit irritated. Oh, the tears started drying up. Family started looking at something. They started straightening up their backbone. They started to lift their heads up. So now my other cousin, her son, he said, well, he got a point. So and so. Oh, then that's when the doctor that we thought we was talking to, nigga, the man ended up being a nurse. And so we all like, you walk here with all these diagnoses and you're a nurse? Let me go get the doctor. But he had my family in tears. What do you think majority of your medicines come from, brothers? Brothers, I say this a lot, and we do. We got a lot we got to contend with. We're not the people in power. That is don't get me wrong, brothers. There's a shift, and it's out there. It's happening right as we speak. That shift is happening right as we speak. We just got to continue to maintain patience. That's what we have to do. Sister Kathy, let me tell you something, sis. Of course, since I can get into some situations when I was in Africa of what they was doing there, and when I talk, I'm not preaching hate, but when you've been offended by another race, what do you expect to happen? There's going to be a measure of hate. You bring hate, you're going to get hate. You ain't gonna bring hate to a Negro and think everything's gonna be copacetic. You go get back what you bring to it. And they get upset now because we woke. We can see prejudice a mile, 2 miles, 10 miles away because we are accustomed to it. But nations are coming in with colonizers and they jumping on board. They jumping on board against the Yahudims, the Negroes. And they're like, hey, how can we keep them? How can we keep these niggas down? How can we keep them in slavery? The Most High already gave the warning. Woe to those that rejoices in Jacob's fall. Right now, brothers and sisters, they're not looking at that judgment. They are enjoying themselves to the full, right as we speak. And if you want to talk about a people that is misusing, brothers and I'm gonna give you 2 examples. I ain't gonna give you no example. I'm gonna give you what I experienced. When I was in Tanzania, I got with the driver. I said, man, I need another do-rag. My do-rag was, the stitch was coming apart. And I said, I need another do-rag. He said, all right, mama, well, let's go to the mall. So we went to the mall, me and his brother. So we was asking around, he was translating for me, and they told him where he can go. So we went up to this barbershop in the mall. It was Arab guys. And so the driver was explaining to him, say, oh, yeah. Go ahead. And so they told me to go behind this curtain. I went behind the curtain, brothers. But they kept the brother, my driver, from coming in. And I'm like, what? And then they just like threw the curtain over my face. I'm like, I thought maybe they were about to, they're about to jack me. I was like, man, they're in for a rude awakening because I'm about to throw some blows. That was my mentality. Brothers, if you want to talk about a Negro being upset, I was that Negro. 4 black sisters get up, come into this curtain where I was standing, and I'm like, nigga, oh, you talking about a Negro upset. And I said to the sisters, I said, no, I'm not here for all that. And so the driver that was with me, now both of us, now we have a one mind. Oh, when I say, man, he was pissed just like me. So I'm saying, nigga, why y'all don't have your little Arab girls up in here? But you got our sisters out here in this room. And I say, brothers, you want to talk about a sad face? Those sisters had sad faces on themselves as if, and I would not put it past them that they were there against their will. So now we about to get heated. Now, well, I ain't gonna say got heated. We was heated. So the guy, the brother, he like, come on, Mike, let's go. They go call the police on us, and let's go. We both was heated. He said, Mike, I did not know. I said, brother, I don't think because it's a barbershop. And we was up under the assumption we can buy the hit do-rag and go on about our business. But we had to walk in and sit on that situation. Those people don't understand what's about to happen to them on a greater level. They do not understand what's about to happen to them on a greater level. When you get the medicines, and these people that's making medicine, brothers and sisters, if it's meant to help one thing, and for a fact, they know for a fact, they put it together where it can break down something else, or we can get money off it. They're going to answer to the Most High. And the answer has already been, the judgment has already came down. They're not understanding the shift. Because when it really hits the fan, brothers and sisters, it's going to hit the fan. It's going to hit the fan. And it started already. They have done everything against Negroes, but they cannot stop this awakening, because each and every last one of you brothers and sisters made a stand, and you made a stand to stay on the right side with the Most High, because we're understanding one thing. Y'all told us the laws are done away with. We come back and say, no, the laws are they are in full effect, and we are fighting to put ourselves in line with these laws. And brothers, unfortunately, as long as we are in captivity, and for you brothers and sisters that are trying your best to separate yourself from a system, brothers and sisters, this is a sad thing about it. As long as we're in captivity, you got to pay to get out of it. You literally have to pay to get out of captivity until the Most High come. You got to, all right, if you say you don't want, I don't want no utilities from any entity, I'm going to do my own. If it got to be solar panels, so you go out here and you work, you get your house set up for solar panels and things of that nature, and trust and believe, brothers and sisters, you will have to be very knowledgeable on so many different aspects of living outside of a system. You talking about water? Now you talking about a well now. You talking about a well. When the Most High said, get out of Babylon, brothers and sisters, I tell you with this awakening, now you start to understand all the hard work it's going to take to get out of Babylon. And some people don't want to put in, they ain't even trying to do an ounce of hard work to get out of Babylon. He is, Sister Kathy. He's dealing with them. We was once those people. The way they feeling now, they kind of discombobulated. They didn't know which way to go. We used to be that way until the Most High woke us up. His love woke us up. That's what it did. And still doing it right down to this very day. Now you're starting to see brothers and sisters, they looking at religion. They understanding. Religion is white supremacy. Because when you wake up, you're starting to see things. You got, wait a minute, hold on. I need to be dealing with my own race. I can't be out here marrying Gentiles. These laws are not done away with. Oh, Yahushua said, you will be hated because I was hated. Wake up, brothers. Wake up to this awakening and start living the laws. When you're talking about, oh, no, I got to stick with my own people. Oh, now the world will be upset at you because you're not believing the lie no more. You're not believing the lie. Now you done stepped into a whole different arena. You done stepped in the arena with the devil. You're going to throw some blows. You're going to throw some blows. And the devil is going to throw some blows. But his blows is meant to take you down where you don't get back up. Brothers, we've been taking blows for hundreds, thousands of years. It's time for us to drink some Gatorade and get rehydrated and throw some more blows. This is what we need to be doing. We're not the ones to be falling back. The Most High knew that fire that's within us, and we woke up. Oh yeah, he set us aflame. When you start and you understand who you are and how we need to move, we move with that. The world can't stand it. The world cannot stand this awakening because we are standing with the Most High. Granted, yes, the Most High said he's going to clean his people up. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, brother. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. The Most High said he's going to weed out his own people. It's going to happen. The thing is, for those that's really looking to the Most High, brothers and sisters, we need to be all about the Most High. From your entertainment to the time you get ready to go to bed, it needs to be about the Most High, because the devil is not going. He's not going to lighten up on you. When you have a point in your life when you feel you're able to breathe, that's the Most High's grace. Use that to strengthen yourself up, family members. Because the time is going to come, brothers, when it's all over, said and done. Your family is going to be looking at you because they're going to understand who you are. Because you've been speaking about these things for a moment. And they will look back to the individual who is always talking to the family members about this. You know, we are the people of the book and so on. So they're going to look back to you. That's one thing they're going to do. You got this this thing that now what's going on with like the United States, Venezuela. Now, brothers and sisters, I don't know if y'all know, that's a very serious situation that this country is getting themselves into, because you stopping the oil from going to Russia and to China, and you're messing with Venezuela. You know, I am the brightest child in the classroom, and I'm gonna go use a tad bit of common sense. Somebody is a bully and being a punk at the same time. And I say this because you right and messing with Venezuela, but Venezuela has a large amount of oil to which China, Russia gets their oil from. Pimp. If you messing with something that these two other superpowers need, and you confiscating their oil, brothers and sisters, is that not what we may call a drive-by? That's a drive-by. And that's exactly what's about to happen. That's what's about to happen. Yeah, you sister, let me tell you something, Sister Kathy. They wanted, it's like the ones, Sister Kathy, it seemed like the elite. Now, we don't want this war. But then you got this idiot down here doing this there, doing that there. And so that's what I'm seeing. It's like he's doing things to get things popped off. And you're right. Absolutely foolish. Absolutely foolish. And you know, it's mind-boggling. It is absolutely mind-boggling how this world is moving. And it's so much, what is this, or what do they call it? Three-Eye Atlas. That stuff. That's out there. People watching that stuff. I mean, I haven't, brother, I looked at some of that stuff and things of that nature. But I'm going to tell you one thing that blew me away, though, sisters, brothers and sisters. I was out in the field. We put up a strand for some fiber and coaxial and things of that nature. And I was sitting in the truck. I was warming up, and man, I'm telling you, it's cold up here. And so I was sitting in the truck, and I happened to look up. Brothers, I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. I seen a trail of lights moving like a train in the skies. I was like, brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. I'm saying this now. You know, when I said to the brothers, I said, niggas, look up. Everybody looked up and they seen what I seen. Because maybe I was saying to myself, maybe I must be going, crazy or something. And they seen this long line of lights. So Rob said, man, Mike, hand me my phone. I hand him his phone. And I'm like, dude, what is this? So we all, we talking in this, and the other brother, they recording it. And so Rob, the next day he went back and he did some research. He was, he served in the army. And Rob went in and said, no, Mike, come to find out it was what do they call it? Something with Starlink. It's supposed to be like satellites moving like that. I was like, dude, are you for real? He said, yeah, that's what it's saying, And they said there's another one that's scheduled to do this or to do this and over here and that day and everything. And I was like, man, because I never seen anything like that. What? Let me take that lie back. I seen it once, and when I was in Africa, in Tanzania, but that one didn't fool me because I heard the helicopter. I said, that's a helicopter, but usually I didn't see it because it was dark. A lot of things, brothers and sisters, with this awakening, and especially with AI, and more importantly, when brothers and sisters start to receive their gift and they start working their gift in the world, that's when it's going to be real. This is the reason why AI exists right down to this very day, because trust and believe. When you have a brother or sister right here using their powers, and the world is going to see it, AI is going to somewhat come in and try to circumvent what people are seeing. The devil put this stuff in place only against you, brothers and sisters, because he knows. The Most High said, my people are going to do this, they're going to do that. They're going to do things greater than what Yahushua did when he was on earth. The devil knows it. Hashatan knows it. So in order for the world not to believe, he got to come up with AI. AI got to do an artificial video making what our brothers and sisters are going to be doing. They're going to have to prove to the world, it's AI, or make them to believe, or to unbelieve rather. That's what is about to happen. AI is getting people accustomed to their system. That's what's happening. And it's going to be, like I said, solely put there to work against us. That's what it's going to be made for. Because brothers and sisters, yes, they're going to be doing some things that we never seen before. The Most High already said it. This is preparation for the devil to get his lies in order. That's all it's about. These last days, brothers and sisters, I tell you, we got to stay on point. We do. A lot of brothers and sisters that used to come on YouTube, brothers and sisters, I don't see them as much like I used to. They do that. They're not out here doing lives like that. And don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. Yeah, it got me too. And it seemed like every time, we know we got to get up and go take care of our family. We got to get our hand work. But work is a distraction. It's taken away from other brothers and sisters who wants that encouragement from different brothers and sisters. Then you still have the stipulations of these supposedly channels and the things that you're saying. I kid you not, brothers. I do a TikTok. I was doing a TikTok live, and I was using my own music. They're gonna tell me the things I'm saying is not part of their community outlook. It's as if they wanted me, and they gave suggestions. They did of what I can talk about. That blew me absolutely away. But this is how it's going to get. It's going to get to a time, brothers. It's going to get to a time. You ain't going to hear me. You ain't going to hear from Sister Kathy. Because the system is going to get to a point. We're going to be too strong for the system. We're going to be too convincing to the system. The system is going to kick out brothers and sisters. If you're not that person that's going to put down your own brothers, you ain't going to be part of that system. You're not going to be part of this system. You're not going to encourage your brothers and sisters in that. They don't want that. And it's going to get to that point. You're not going to hear anything from Sister Van P, Brother Dave, Brother Kenneth, Brother Earl. You hang it up. This is that awakening. This awakening is damaging to a system that's losing power. It's losing. These trampled people, they call Negroes or African Americans. And truthfully, we are doing something the Most High told us to do. Stand back, shut up, let me work my thing. And he's doing it. And that's what we did. When nations get in trouble, and especially if they got a little color to themselves, what do? Brothers and sisters, they fall back to who? African Americans. And I'm not speaking about putting ourselves on a pedestal. I'm just speaking truth. Facts. They fall back on us. But at the same time, they'll be the first ones to call you out your name. We started to shut up. We're going to let that discipline ride. You want to do this here? You talking about you this, you that? African Americans are like, no, let it ride. Let it go ahead and run its course. Because we have been the people, although small in numbers, we have been there for other family that came around and eventually denounced us, talked about us. This is what we have been. This is what the world has done. And we say no more. No more. The individuals out there say, oh, I'm not black. All right, cool. Do you? They call us niggas. They call us cotton pickers. They call us lazy. But they are misdiagnosing our actions. We are accustomed to how they get down. That right there is a strength, brothers. We know exactly how they move. But when the Most High has to get out of here, we getting out. We getting out and we taking whatever knowledge we have when it comes to finances, moving money around. We do it. This is not about no the white man got power. No, it's not about that. This is about who is the true person that has power, control. It's our Yah. That's who it is. And the moment we understand that, the better off we're going to be. They know if this 14% of people leaves, and this is the reason why I say, brothers, I do not believe that they want us to. to leave. This is just me, because they understand these people move money around. If we're talking about being a world power, we need these Negroes to move this money. This is what they're knowing. They need these Negroes that everybody is talking about, that everybody want to come in when they got problems. They want to sit down and consult with us. How do y'all do it? Look at life, brothers. When the Most High said, I will not totally abandon my people Israel, hey, that's one thing we can attest to. You know what, Sister Kathy? Once this project is somewhat close to being over with, that's what I plan on doing, the same thing. I'm gonna do some little small things around the property and things, and I'm gonna go put that thing on the market. Because truthfully, from my mindset, I'm choosing not to have anything connected to the world, to the system, electric, water, whatever it may be. I do solar panels and things of that nature. I know how to hook them up and things of that nature. But it's going to take a little bit more, because when it's all over said and done, brothers, when you're able to care for yourself, when you're able to say you're self-sufficient, you're not under that slave mentality. Because now, for the vast majority of us, like I said, we all know we got to get up and we got to go to work. We got to make money. Now in the world say, because you got a lot of things we got to contend with. I mean, especially if you got a family member that needs medical attention and things of that nature. The system seems to have us wrapped up, locked down in a system. But the more we work on things, brothers, the better off we're going to be. The Most High already said it. The leaves are for the curing of the nations. Do you believe? Do you believe that? And if you don't believe it, you will not be cured. That's one thing about it. If you don't believe, you will not be healed. But if you believe what the Most High said, brothers and sisters, your healing has already started. If you believe. But if you don't, hey, fear and death will take over. They're gonna be like, sit back, I got this. And that's what fear and death will bring. It's worse. The worst thing that you can ever have, brothers and sisters, is a lack of faith. The worst thing that you can have. We woke, and let us stay woke. Let us continue to dive into the scriptures, be encouraging to our brothers and sisters. This is what we need to be doing. These are the things that the Most High is encouraging us. And brothers and sisters, let us not ever misunderstand or take for granted our brothers and sisters. Because when you offend one of those little ones, like Yahushua said it would be best if you took a millstone or let's call it a center block nowadays. A center block tied around your neck with a rope and cast yourself into the sea. Than for you to be in the judgment hand of the Most High for messing with one of his little ones, his chosen people. That's how serious it is with the Most High. We don't want to do that. But the Most High has encouraged us not to deal sideways with our brothers and sisters. And I tell you, brothers, sister, you know what? Let me go back to this. I just thought about this. Sister Kathy, if you want to now, if you want to put I don't know if it's the address or whatever. You have a website for the your house that's on the market now. You can put it in the chat and I'll post it. Because I mean, once I was going to do mine. I'm gonna tell you something, sis. What I was going to do to mine, because the sister I bought the house from, she she converted the garage to part of the house, and that garage sits on a slab of concrete. And so I was going to take it and I was going to do the epoxy flooring just for that, because it's a nice size space. It's nice and thing. And I was going to do the epoxy, lay down some rocks and some wood, lay the epoxy down, get it all shined up, and I have a fireplace in my place. And so I was going to lift the fireplace up, and then it was going to be it's going to be a two-face fireplace. And so, just add value to the place so I can, truthfully get rid of it. But if you have that information, you want to post it, you do it, and I'll put it out there, sis. But going back, brothers, how we're going to be standing is going to be a decision we're going to have to all make. If you may be, I'm just throwing this out there because this is one of the things I know how it moves. I got a message from a brother on TikTok, and he was asking me, how did I deal with moving on from Jehovah's Witnesses? Shabbat Shalom, Brother Robert. I'm glad you came in, brother. He was asking me how was I coping with it? Because truthfully, brothers, coming out of Jehovah's Witnesses, and that's all you ever known, all your friends, your family, part of Jehovah's Witnesses. And so when you leave, or you may get disfellowship. If you got disfellowship, that's the one that can be tricky. And so the brother asked me, okay, then, all right, no problem. So you just let me know if I'm doing a live. I don't have a problem with doing it. I'll put it out there. But going back, the brother asked me, because he said, it seems like it was really getting to him, because the Most High created us to socialize with brothers and sisters. Now, if you are a grown person, 30 years old or older, and you're talking about now you got to start over and meeting friends, because trust and believe, when Jehovah's Witnesses get that information that a person has been disfellowshipped, oh man, you would think they had a disease worse than any other disease on this planet. That's how they move. And I don't care how old you are. You got baptized at 8 years old, and you may be, and that person may be 10 and got into some wrong. You disfellowship. Grown people to young child are not going to speak to you. That's a social, mental issue that Jehovah's Witnesses are putting out there, especially when it comes to these kids. I was not even trying to attempt to move my son towards baptism. I understand the severity of it. I've seen the social impact it can have on a child. That's what I've seen. I witnessed that. I knew one sister, brothers. She was abused in her younger years. But she would come in, that mind you now, she grown now, and at this particular time, she was at the, in her prime. She had a desire that was, let's just say out of control. But then she'll straighten out, she fight, and she get it together, she get reinstated. A few months down the line, a few weeks, boom, she right back. They re in the office disfellowship again. So I'm approaching these brothers. I said, brothers, don't y'all think y'all need to do a further investigation? People don't move like she moved. What do y'all know about this sister? Nothing. They're not worried about what they, and that's the stuff they need to know about these brothers. Well, I ain't gonna say they need to get into your business now. But if you go keep on, a person keep coming in and going out, coming in and going out, that's a problem. That is a problem. And kind of find out that sister, yeah, she been her poor little body at the age of 7. Well, she said 9 years old is when she recognized that she started to have desires uncontrollably. And it affected her right on up through her teens, her 20s, 30s. And so she's up there. And I think right now she got to be 60-some years old. But if you have that information and you know what you're dealing with as an minister, you're going to know how you need to help that particular sister or brother for that matter. It can either or. But they did not take out that time. When they hear you did this and they listen to your conversation or your confession, they hop on that stage real quick, make that announcement, and that's when that person is in the world all by themselves. But then they'll turn back around and say, hey, you will know the truth by the love that you display. That's a like thing to draw you in. Who, Sister Kathy? Very judgmental. Very judgmental. Like I said, I've been in that since before I even started grade school. And see, and this is one thing, brothers, about religion. Jehovah's Witnesses, as well as Christendom, and as well as our forefathers started this nonsense first. The Talmud. The Talmud. Instead of them sticking to the laws, they come up with their tradition. And Yahushua, he spoke about it and against it. The people that's calling themselves us, they hold that Talmud close to their heart. We do not. We follow Torah. We follow the laws. Religion. Jehovah's Witnesses, they got their books. They have the Bible, and they claim that the Bible is the foundation. But on certain things, yeah, they'll claim that it holds some a part of foundation, but it does not. Christendom the same way. They claim things that they're not upholding. And like I said, brothers, we all, our family members and us, we all come out of that. We got family members that's still into it. But it all started with books. Other books outside of the Bible. This is the reason why I say I'm not too fond of stepping outside of the Bible. When I say the Bible, I'm talking about the Apocryphas too. Now, there's one now, they want to claim that it's part of the Apocryphas, to which I do not believe, and that is the Mormon Bible. I'm sorry. And let me take that lie back. I'm not sorry. I praise the Most High about that. And I was listening, I go through listening to the script, and then the Spirit like, no, this ain't rocking with me. And I left it alone. Now, the Bible, the Apocryphas, yes. Jehovah's Witnesses, don't let them fool you now. They will go through apocryphers and everything. The Bible, it speaks about the Nephilims, but the apocryphers, oh no, it goes in depth about the apocrypha. And they now, mind you, brothers and sisters, for you are out there that maybe Jehovah's Witnesses, ask yourself this: why is it they refuse to put that apocrypha as a reference for you to go look up? Because if you go through the apocryphers, you're going to see some things. You're going to read some things about Abraham, Jacob, and now the scriptures, the Bible, is going to make a whole lot more sense when you start putting that apocryphers back in there. The book of Jasher. Look at Joshua. Joshua said, "Is it not written in the book of Jasher?" So you brothers and sisters call yourself Jehovah's Witnesses. Where is the book of Jasher? You have to call it, whatever, across the board. You ain't got to be necessarily just a Jehovah's Witness. You got to ask yourself from a religious standpoint, why did they take these books out of the Bible? And then at the same time, they go tell you exactly where they stand. And it's most definitely is not with the Most High. That's one thing they're not doing, is standing with the Most High. Because if they go stand with the Most High, trust and believe, those books will be there right down to this very day, in as a collective. And at the same time, there would be no such thing as the Old Testament and the New Testament. It will be our testimony of our forefathers. That's what that book will be. But they knew how to break up us. They knew this. And then they broke up Yahusha. To eventually, what did they do? They broke up the Most High. How did they do that? They called him Lord. They called him God. The breaking up, brothers and sisters, it just didn't stop with it did not start and stop with us. It went up the chain to the Most High. This is the world. The Most High said, "I'm going to judge." They had to break us. We got broke. Then they went on paint another picture for Yahusha. Yeah. The world will say color does not matter. That's a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. For the simple reason, if it didn't matter, why is it that they continue to show this new movie that's supposed to be coming out called, I think it's about David. Everybody's there white. Jesus, white. The angels, white. Color, brothers and sisters, it matters. It matters. They can sit up and say it doesn't. It does. Because I was showing a movie, a clip of Samson. And this movie, or this series, depicted Samson as a black man. And the sister was like, she knew of Samson because she was in, she's into church. She was like, "Wait a minute, And her question was this: is this real? I'm like, yes. So I went to the Song of Solomon. She read that, saying that Solomon said he was black. Job, he said he's black. And brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. That sister's eyes wide open, and her eyes widen out. She cannot believe it. So when they said that it doesn't matter, why did the Most High put it in there? But then you come to religion or the powers that be, they want to tweak it a little bit. Let's call it, I'm going to say tweaking, but truthfully, when it's all over said, they come with a lie. That's what it boils down to being. Your color is very important. Why did the Most High describe himself with jasper stones? Yahushua described himself having woolly hair. It's where people are standing. The world want to stand on a lie. The world choose to stand on a lie, and they holding on to the lie. They go rock this lie, brothers. That's one thing they're going to do. They're going to rock the lie. But brothers and sisters, in this time of the end, and when I say end, I'm talking about captivity. This is a time of deliverance, and for us to maintain our stance for the Most High. This is what we're supposed to be doing. We can't. This is not the time for us to be falling into the for everything. Not to be deceived in a time where deception, brothers, it's becoming difficult now to not to be deceived, because you got this electronic world going on, this digital world, and AI can make things look real. AI will make things look real. This is what we are encouraged to be on the watch for. Listen, see, meditate on everything, brothers. This is how serious it's getting. The Most High said, hey, the thing is going to work, if it's out there, if possible, to mislead his elect. He said, if possible now. That's the thing. This is an encouragement the Most High is putting out for us. Because the days are coming, brothers. The days are coming. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Cynthia. Sister, I'm glad you came in, sis. This is where we are at. We're here. The Most High is, it seems, brothers, they keep on dancing around World War III. Oh, they did this. Ukraine got hit with 700 missiles. This is the stuff they're pushing out. But brothers and sisters, the day is going to come where it's going to be real. It's going to be that time. And if you're looking at these political figures, brothers, look at them a little bit different. Look at them harder. Look at them and see the stresses upon them. Look at them. You're going to see a change in them. Because the Most High said those curses that was upon us are going to be put upon them. Oh, the Most High did not wait no 100 years to do it. He did not even wait 50 years. But he did wait. He did. I was looking at Sister Cynthia's comments. You know what, Sister Cynthia? It's going to be at the front door, the back door, and if you got a side door, including the windows. That's how real it's going to be. It's going to hit. You know, brothers and sisters, I mean, like, I would say this with Brother Dave, Sister Van P. We, back in the days, it was very strong. Brothers was encouraging brothers and things of that nature. You couldn't tell us nothing. You could not tell. Oh, man, I mean, it was a beautiful thing. Brothers and sisters was encouraging. They was saying, hey, I have this degree. I can volunteer my time to do this. Oh, yes. If you want to talk about a time that the devil felt that there was a threat, that was that time. That was that time. And now, brothers, you don't find too many. Like I said, you don't find a lot of brothers on YouTube. And if they are still there, excuse me, those are the brothers. They may not be the one that's fitting your faith. Put it that way. And then at the same time, you have some, because there's some camps out there, brother, you can't get me to mess with. When things get heated, the first thing they want to start cursing. And me being brought up the way I was, I never cared for cursing. It's only 10 curse words that you can use, and they use all of them as if It can write a whole book. But if you can't talk to your brothers in peace and with some understanding, you don't need to have that conversation, because there is a spirit that's going to go from a person. And if that spirit of that person is not bearing truth to your spirit, oh no, that's bad association when it's all over said and done. That's what it's going to be. And that's what it is. You got to pick and choose your association. Because what? Some can make you and some can break you. This is the system in which we are living in. We got to make some decisive decisions with this awakening. And yes, for some, it can appear to be a lonely path. It can. But look, brothers, I'm telling you, look at these different types of media, and look at brothers and sisters who used to be out there nearby on a daily basis, and that's including myself. We're not there like that like no more. What? Things. The world, if the world wants to say, hey, increase this or increase that, then you got brothers out there that's working a little bit harder to contend with whatever judgment or turn of events that we got to contend with. This is what we have to contend with in captivity. And brothers and sisters, when it's all over said and done, it seems that it's going to be, let me do it this way. We're in captivity. That's one thing we do know. We just can't pop up and leave and go. Matter of fact, you just can't pop up and leave where you could, but you have some work in front of you. That when you get to a point, you say, you know what, I'm done with the system. I want anything to do with the system. But if you're in captivity, this is the sad thing about it is this. You may have your houses paid off. You may have it paid off, but the taxes will comes every year. You're still in captivity. And granted, I'm not going to knock you for being self-sufficient. This is what the Most High wants us to be. Although we're in captivity, the Most High is telling us to get out. And we get out to the best of our ability. Because trust and believe, when the Most High said get out and you're doing your best to get out, that's all this is what the Most High want to see. Because what you're doing is affecting your heart. You're saying to the Most High, I do not like this system. I want to be away from the system. That's what your action is showing to the Most High. And this is what we're supposed to be doing. Because truthfully, if you look at it, when they was talking about digital ID, oh yeah, that went on for like a good month and a half. But brothers and sisters, you look at it now, it kind of died down. It has died down. All it takes is a world event or something to maneuver. Get away from this here. Let's talk about that there. And that is to the powers that be. They know exactly what they're doing. They know how to move situation. If they got to use P. Diddy, they're going to use them just to throw you off. But brothers and sisters, we got to stay on top of our faith. That's what we have to do. Even when it's caused to sickness. Wait a minute, hold on, Sister Cynthia. Wait a minute, hold on. Sister, what deadline did they give for January? They gave a deadline, I believe, for January. What is the deadline for? Well, they're going to always do, say this or say that and things of that nature. The thing about it, brothers, Oh, that digital ID. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna say this, Sister Cynthia. I'm gonna say this. If that is the case, Nick, and then they talking about a deadline like that, brothers, sisters, we got a decision to make. I mean, we individually have a decision to make. That's what we have. Mm. We and brothers, and like I said, I'm not sitting here pacifying ourselves with being in captivity. I'm not. But we got to always fall back, pray to the Most High. He's going to have a conversation with you. He's going to have a conversation with you. And for you brothers and sisters, maybe saying, you know what? I got a child that's sick, and this child needs medical attention every monthly and things of that nature. If I don't have it, my child will end up falling asleep in death. I mean, those are the fears that that the devil wants us to entertain. But brothers, this is this. I mean, the point I'm saying is this: is that they can sit up here and preach to you there's no cure for this particular disease. Oh, but you know what? That's man that just said that. The Most High said something totally different. The leaves are for the curing of the nation. Brothers, sisters, you have a load of knowledge out there now. That was prophesied. That was also prophesied in the time of the end. Use it. Whatever that sickness that you may, or your child, or your husband, your mother, or whatever is dealing with, do the research upon it. What leaves are there out there for the curing of the nation? And on top of it, believe what you're doing. Believe what the Most High said. That's what we need to be doing. It's not going to be, I ain't going to say it that way. No, I can't do it that way. I will say this, brothers. We need to be digging into it right now. I mean, now, whether, like what Sister Cynthia is saying, they're talking about a deadline of January. And if that is the case, yeah, brothers, it's time for us to do research. Don't wait to get to, get to the point where you don't have that option to surf the net. And if you can, I mean, if you come up on some information that you find that's very valuable, brothers and sisters, pull out a thumb drive, slap that bad book into your computer, download it. You have that information. Brothers, there's about to be two kingdoms, or at least apart from Babylon, it's going to be us. Wait a minute, hold on. For me, I'm not for it. God recognized in Africa for her natural. Okay, let me tell you something, sis. And I'm not knocking brothers and sisters that does that. This is what we need to be doing. But unfortunately, it's a whole lot better in Africa. To me, that's just me. Because you got a lot more land to deal with. And your land is not so much polluted as it is here. Brothers and sisters, please. They got something to make your lawn look fresh and green. They're going to put a chemical in it. And you may ride through a neighborhood and they got a nice green lawn in it. You can't plant nothing in it. It's strictly for show. And that's all this world is, this nation is about. It's about show. GMO lawns. Yeah, you're right, Sister Cynthia. But this is what we got to contend with, brothers. This is just my encouragement. Don't wait to get to a point where there's a bomb in the sky. And how the Most High is going to move, when it comes to this gathering, he's going to move. He's going to do it. Because right now, from my observation, it appears that we are in the moment of our forefathers prior to Jerusalem destruction. They were surrounded by the Romans' armies. And, the disciples were like, wait a minute, hold on. Yahushua said when they surround us, he said, flee to the mountain. But how in the world we going to flee and we surrounded? Brothers and sisters, that same question is being shouted right down to this very day. How can we leave Babylon and we locked down? That's the question we all been saying. And you know what? Truthfully, whatever's in your mind is in your heart, and you're speaking. Those things go to the Most High. He knows it. He knows that we are in captivity, but we must do our best to separate ourselves to the best of our ability, to separate ourselves from this system. That's what the Most High is encouraging us to do. Yeah, we may gotten accustomed to the things of the world. And I'm talking about basic things of the world. The Most High don't want us connected to them at all. And now let's just say hypothetically that Sister Cynthia and then the system is saying, hey, this is going to get popped off January. Trust and believe, brothers and sisters. There are going to be more and more stipulations that's going to be added to that system till they get to the point where they say, hey, let's go ahead and take it to the brim. And they're going to take it to the brim. That's what they're going to do. Now, if they want to sit there and talk about taking your blood, hey, now, I'm telling you now, if they're going to say they want to take your flesh and make it an IP, brothers, you talking about the days of Enoch. That's what you're talking about. That's a very serious situation to be in. You're talking about demon activity that we have never seen before. This is what the world is walking towards. And, and don't get me wrong, but I see more Gentiles moving out and living their lives off grid. But the Most High was warning his people. That's who he is warning. Israel. It's the reason why the Most High said remnant. Some of us, some may have the mindset of being comfortable. And brothers, let me. When you talk about being comfortable, brothers, as long as you Israel and the devil is around, and there's no such thing as being comfortable. You being faithful to the Most High while you comfortable. Think about that. You being faithful and comfortable to the Most High. When brothers and sisters get on there and they talk about why they moved to Africa and thing, they found a condo and rent is this here, they showing off their place. Brothers and sisters, there's nothing comfortable about Satan's system. Nothing is comfortable about his system. Do not fool yourself to say, hey, this is my place and so on. So no, brothers, You're only fooling yourself. The Most High is calling us out to the wilderness. You got individuals that's looking forward, and some individuals are here working to push themselves into the wilderness. They understand what they got to do. They understand the life that they got to live in a wilderness. This is what the Most High is encouraging us to do. You got something that's fleeing already. There's a fleeing. The fleeing is going to happen first off the top. And the fleeing has already started. But to fool yourself, to thinking that, hey, I'm fleeing, I'm going to be comfortable. However you want to look at being comfortable, brothers and sisters, be careful. Tread lightly. Because what you may think is comfortable could be a trick from the devil. Because if you're feeling that you're comfortable, all you got to do is tweak something. All he got to do is tweak something. But when you got your life, and you doing things for the glory of the Most High, brothers and sisters, that's going to be the most secure thing that you can ever push out. That's going to be the one. It's not about, this is not our time to be comfortable. It's not. Now, granted, the greater Exodus, I can see something totally different there. I can. Away from the system, yes, I can see something different about that. But right now, no. Being comfortable and fooling yourself to think that you are comfortable, I'm straight, I'm good, brother, please. That's a very dangerous position to put yourself in mentally, and especially to fool yourself spiritually that you're good. No. That's just my encouragement, brothers. That's just my encouragement. Because, I mean, when you say comfortable, what do comfortable comes from? What is the one thing that people look to when they say comfortable? It always is going to be money. That is owned by the devil. You can't be comfortable of something that is owned by the devil, because when he wants it back, brothers, your comfortableness has been taken away from you because he wants his stuff back. And only thing you pay back Caesar's thing to Caesar. That's the only thing that you can do. But reliance on the Most High, brothers and sisters, that's the one. That's what we need. That's what we should be striving for. You got so many things on these channels now, brothers. If you want water, they'll show you how you dig for water. If you got the means of saying, hey, I'm going to get a well digging system, get the system, brother. Get your filtration system. Know how to come up with your own electricity if need be. If this is what it's going to take, so be it. Do what you need to do, brothers, but do not fool yourself to being uncomfortable. Because all the while we're coming out of Babylon, we have laws that we're walking right into. Feast days. All of this, brothers, this is what we're walking into. Not to say that these feast days are complicated. It's going to complicate our lives. No. That's going to be a mindset. You talking about giving up Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving for our days, the holy days? That's what the Most High wants. That's what he wants. But we must, brothers, truthfully, let's not fool ourselves to thinking we will be comfortable. This is Satan's system. And that digital money, brother, that stuff could be that stuff is so easily manipulated. It can be easily manipulated. That's one thing it can be. And let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you have a brother or sister that has money, that has a digital currency. When you start to put trust in that, brothers, that's where the problem comes in at. The devil knows who each and every last one of us is. He knows exactly what bloodline you belongs to. That's one thing he do know. But if he stand back and he's looking at you and you got your mind set, as to, saying, I'm straight. I invested my money. I made this money here. I made that money there, and things of that nature. And you live in your, what the world may say, your best life in Satan's system. He's looking at all of that, brothers. He's seeing you being comfortable mentally. Now, he's about to strike you spiritually. He's about to strike your flesh, because now, you may find yourself in a bad situation because you have misplaced trust. We cannot be trusting in money, brothers and sisters. We can't. It's just that simple. We cannot be trusting in it. The devil knows exactly what he can and cannot do. What do you get into, brother? For those that knows anything about Hollywood, if you want to get into, you get into it. All of them got the same speech. Oh, we can give you this. It's not a problem. You want to be famous? You want to be on camera? You want to be seen? He don't have a problem with printing out money. He does not have a problem. And you see an individual that sold their soul, and I'm talking about literally, brothers, that sold their soul out to the devil. But when it gets to that point where the devil said, I want payback, he wants payback. That's what he wants. If it means that you got to be in a lewd life, he won't sit back lewdly. That's the system of Satan. Give you what you want from a fleshly standpoint, but he will come in and rip your spirit apart till you get to a point where you do not believe in the Most High. This is digital ID. It's about to grow. It would appear globally. When it gets to the point, hey, you're gonna make a decision. Where do you stand? That's when it's all over said and done, brothers and sisters. When that's gonna be the question that we all want to have to face. Where you standing at? Are you on the right side of the Most High, or are you on the left side of the Most High? And trust and believe. You're gonna have the devil saying, I can give you electricity, I can give you this, I can give you fake foods, I can give you real food. I can give you electricity, I can give you gas, I can give you a house. But the devil can't give you life. That's one thing he can't give you. The Most High would take care of us. And truthfully, he has been caring for us for thousands of years. That's one thing he has been doing. Because truthfully, if any other race went through what we went through, we would have been wiped off the face of the planet, period. But the Most High said, no, I will not totally abandon my people, Israel, but they will be disciplined. And this is what we went through, is a discipline. We made that U-turn, now we're on the road in the right direction. Brothers and sisters, let us stay on that road. Separate ourselves from the system of Satan. It's not hard to do. It's what you want to do that the Most High will bless, because what you want is going to go down to your heart, because you know exactly what you need to do, what we all need to do. That's the encouragement the Most High has given us. Pray for your brothers and sisters during this time of the end. Brothers and sisters are going through some things. They need help. This is what we're standing at in this time of the end. Brothers and sisters, as this greater exodus, you may lay your head down tonight, brothers and sisters, and before you fall asleep, bam, something of a greater magnitude is happening in a spiritual realm. Who's that? Who was that? T.O. Ministry. They had that little small video. Um, um, in that clip, they were showing only Israel heard that horn. Nobody else heard it. And it was, I mean, don't get me wrong. Me myself personally, I like the video. I do. I did. And that's how I imagine it. When the Most High put out, when he put out that call, yes, the world is going to be, oh yeah, the world going to take notice then. The warring over Jacob's fall, when we hear that horn and we start packing our things up and we're not worrying about the houses, the cars, and things of that nature to leave behind, this is what the world, this is what Satan is using. This is the time when you packing up, you leaving things behind. Of course, now you're listening to this horn and you're going in that direction. The world is going to be paying attention to it. Yes, oh yes. I can see that being all over the news globally. Globally. It will be happening. That exodus of this people, the world taught, was no longer the Most High's people gathering themselves and leaving. We took it from a mental standpoint. Hey, technology came in. Oh, we question the technology. Yes, we do. And we're using it at the same time for the glorification of the Most High's great and holy name. That's what we do. And we're doing it right down to this very day. To get to the point where they said we can't use it no more, so be it. It's going to get to a point where we can't use it no more. But hey, the Most High has given us the strength to do what we needed to do at that particular time. That is going to be a marvel, a strength of the Most High's great hand for his people and gathering his people and putting them back in their land. You talking about going back to your own land. You talking about coming out of captivity. And in that clip, it was showing that, hey, if these people get back on their land and their minds started to come together as a nation, ain't nothing we can do with that. There's nothing that we can do because they understand. The world, will be at our feet. Not saying that's how we live in our life, that's how we moving. Oh, no. Mm-mm. When we woke up and those laws we started to realize the laws was real. Oh, Sister Cynthia, you're so right. They are beyond scared. And you thinking that, and brothers and sisters, when brothers say they know. Although you may call them Christendom, they know scriptures because the Most High is going to let them know. He's going, like he woke us up. Oh, he's waking them up too. But they're waking up to a destruction. The Most High, he's letting it all out. Hey, you lied to my people. My people are waking up. And they're going to hear the call. And that call, they're going to know exactly what they need to do. He knows his people. Brothers and sisters, let this sink in for a moment. What we read about our forefathers in the scriptures, we are the descendants of them. That's who we are. We are a blood match to the ones who had conversations with the Most High, who the Most High looked down upon. Hey, this is my servant David. This is my servant Solomon. We are connected to those people. This is the last and final captivity for Israel. We are living in that moment, this moment. This is who we are. The days of Enoch. Here it is. The Most High brought us right back to it. The days of Enoch. Here we are. That's one thing we're going to have in common when it comes to us coming back together. You're talking about the resurrection of Noah and things of that nature. Abraham. What Abraham dreamed, we are those ones that was part of his dream. Well, that nightmare he had. He's seen what was going to happen to his descendants. He's seen it. It was terrifying. That's the reason why the scripture said it was a dark cloud. We're those ones that's going to be walking up out of here. That's who we are. And we're going to have that stand on faith based all the way upon the Most High. The world, the system is dark, and it's going to get darker. But once the Most High's house is clean, it's cleansed, that's when judgment happens to the nations. So blood got to be bought back now, brothers and sisters. Let's not get that. Let's not misunderstand that. Because when the Most High says he's going to clean his people, trust, believe. For the ones that felt that may prove to be unfaithful, where's the unfaithful coming from? It's coming from what they learned from the nation. Blood has to be repaid for the ones who's fallen short. Oh, there go the nation. The nation are the ones who was rejoicing in Jacob's fall. And at the same time, not just his fall, who went out there and gave him a false teaching, but they couldn't find it in themselves to believe in the Most High Yah till they fell upon the judgment. This is what we are walking towards. If we go be for the Most High, brothers and sisters, let us continue to walk and be with the Most High Yah by means of Yahushua HaMashiach's name. This is how we need to be moving. These last days are not a joke. They're real. And brothers, I kid you not. And sometimes I be thinking, I'm like, man, I'm out here working. And it seems I'm trying to get up out of here. And it seems it's very difficult to literally get myself up out of here. Out of Babylon. What? Go without the internet. You have no line of communications. If I say, you know what, I'm not going to deal with the cell phone. But I got family members and things of that nature. How do I stay in contact with them? But the Most High said, leave Babylon. And truthfully, brothers, I'm not here to knock anyone for however you believe or the things you need to do. I'm just looking at me, myself. I'm not going to impress it upon any one of you. But if I'm going to separate myself, brothers and sisters, I ain't going to lie to you. I'm talking about complete, knocked away from any type of utility, government assistance, and things of that nature. That's just my mindset. And like I said, I'm not imposing that on no one, but that's the way I'm taking it. I do see a lot of work in front of me. I do. I kid you not. But brothers and sisters, I went to school. I went to school for some of everything: woodworking, upholstery, uh, mm, beautician, um, you name it, brothers and sisters. I went to school for it. Wiring, did it. A little small plumbing, men that waste. I mean, that right there. And I never will forget when I was working with a company. And they said, "Well, you got to climb up under the house," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, the sewer line is flooding the basement." Hey, but this is what they told me. That's part of the business. I was like, "Oh no, okay, no, I'm not. I was not about to go swimming in some poop. That's just what. But if if that's your trade, my uncle, that's what he did. And I'm like, more power to you, but I can do it. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Patio. You know what? And now, Sister Cynthia, at one time I owned one, two, three. I owned 4 sewing machines. My buddy, he taught me how to do clothes. I taught him how to do furniture. And that's how I got into tailoring. And so all of that, I'm serious. I was going to I was going to do 2. I'll go get me another powered sewing machine, industrial. And then I was going to get the ones they use in Africa. The ones they use in Africa, not that there's no electricity to those. You spin that wheel, that's how that needle start moving. But I was going to get it just to get accustomed to it. But I mean, this is just me. It would appear that the Most High want us to break away from this system. And I'm talking about the digital, for whatever system it is about. The Most High don't want us dibbling and dabbling in it. That's how I'm seeing it, brothers and sisters. If the Most High is calling us back to the way our forefathers took care of themselves off the land, because when it's all over said and done, brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. You're not going to have the feast days and working a 9 to 5 and working up under Satan's system. But when you're working, and just say, hypothetically speaking, that you're working for another brother who is of Israel, he gonna understand why you are not working that day. This is the reason why the Most High says, separate yourselves. Do not dibble and dabble with the system, because that brother, he gonna understand this is a feast day. He knows for a fact you're not gonna be working on that day. That's the beauty of it. This is what we need to be looking at. Because as long as we are in captivity, we have to abide by their rules and regulations because we're in captivity. But when you start working yourself away from that, that's when those feast days, you have that luxury and time to do those things. I've seen brothers and sisters on the internet, they videoed this last one that took place back in October. They pitched their camps, their tents and everything. And you know what I'm saying? I said, I got to get more into it. I got to really look at the laws, see what things are supposed to take place. Because truthfully, I just can't be sitting around here, brothers and sisters, working all day, every day, and not paying attention or not giving attention to these holy days that we should be upholding. That's just my take on it. All right, granted, the 7-day rest, I think we all got that down pat. But the rest of them, oh no. I that's just me. I just have to get more into it, into which I've been doing that. But in this system, brothers, in this system, we must take everything when it's coming from the scriptures. We got to take it seriously. And we got to be real about what we're doing when it comes to the Most High's glory and separating ourselves. Don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. There's some things, there's some holy days that we should be doing. It's difficult to do in captivity. But the fact that I'm seeing brothers take the initiative, they they see, even though they're working, I've seen brothers and sisters take time off for those days. And that's where your blessings come from, even though you're in captivity. Sister, those feast days, Sister Kathy. Whew, no, I'm serious. I got to get into it. I really got to start doing more research. But I kid you not, I'm gonna tell you what's a stumbling block. It's working from sun up to sundown. That's across the board with a lot of brothers and sisters. When I leave out, maybe dark. I come back, it's still dark. But I got to start putting things in place. I got to put things in place. That's just me. And that's just my encouragement for those that can make room for it. Make room for it. That's the beauty of it. Because, excuse me, we're going to, the Most High wants us on those feast days. Those days are not done with. The Most High did not make no mistake. He did not make no mistake. And he knows I'm going to call my people out. We will walk about, move out. And salvation, brothers and sisters, that's going to be a trying time for the system outside of Israel. Because salvation came to the nations due to Israel's disobedience. Israel has left now. 4 corners, Israel is gone. The world is in trouble. The world is walking towards a trouble that they cannot get out of. Yahushua said it. If you hinder one of these little ones, and the world practiced that, they hindered Israel so bad. And we're the ones who's left with the residue of the action of their forefathers, and even down to this very day. This is what they did. And like what Sister Cynthia said, they all scared. They scared. They're hoping in a system still look at their rights. Brothers and sisters, this is Satan's system. He wrote the laws for this system. And for his people, yes, this is the reason why he has AI. And he's going to use it. Because of you, brothers and sisters, the Most High give that word. He gives out the command. He is the supreme authority. And once he said, give it to my people. And we start to wake up with whatever gift we have in us. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Diana Horton. That's what's going to happen. He sees that. He knows it. And so now, you may have a brother and sister out there with whatever powers they got. AI is going to come out with something to take attention away from that brother or sister. Let's just say Sister Patia. She has a particular gift that she's doing that the world is not accustomed of seeing people do. Satan already, let's make a video to take attention from this sister or this servant of the Most High. so the world don't believe. Oh, yes, that's exactly what he's doing. For the world, so the world do not believe, because we all going to have that light that's going to shine upon us in a dark world. From the least to the greatest, you're going to have that light. And the devil knows it. That's what the devil knows. And he's going to fight tooth and nail to keep his system and people trapped in his system locked in his system. That's what he's doing. This is not that time, brothers and sisters, for us to be going back and forth talking about a brother or sister here, talking about things we are not. Like I said earlier, this live. If you're broke, you're doing some stuff that shape business, straighten it out. Straighten it out. If you don't straighten it out, the Most High is going to straighten you out. And just that simple. Because Yahushua said it. Offend one of these little ones, you are offending me. And if you want to talk about a love that the Most High has for his people, don't put his love to the test, brothers. Do not put his love to the test. Yeah, there's going to be individuals you're not going to see eye to eye with. Hey, brothers and sisters, maintain peace from a distance. You may see a person and you just do it from a distance, because we're not going to see eye to eye. It's not. I mean, it's going to happen. But we must fight to maintain peace amongst the brotherhood. We are the only ones, brothers. The only nation. The only one. Now, yeah, I mean, when all was said and done, it's going to be the Most High who's going to bring Israel together. It's going to be him. The rules, the regulations are already out there. Now, what an individual wants to do or choose to do, that's going to be on him. He or she, you know what, these laws are a little bit too hard for me to follow, so and so, so and so. Trust and believe. That person, it's not going to be the Most High who's going to take that person out. He's going to take his own. He's going to take himself out. Because the more you follow the laws, brothers and sisters, the more you have life. That's what it's going to be. The Most High is going to write his laws in our hearts. Nobody will have to teach us. We're going to know exactly when, where, and what time to do things. That's the thing. We're going to know. We won't be sitting around saying, oh, well, how do we do this here? How do we do that there? Oh, you're going to know. You're going to know. And now when it's written inside your heart, whether you are a loyal servant, but if you are not, and if those laws are written, ain't no if. The laws are written in your heart, you condemning your own self. You're going to you will literally stop your own heart, because those laws are written in your heart. But you refusing to obey, man, please. You will be in cardiac arrest all by yourself. For a brother talking about resuscitate you, man, please. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no coming back. This is going to be a decision that we all are going to make. That's what it's going to be. Now, granted, this greater exodus, yes, it's going to be, I can just only imagine that, brothers. But the day is going to come, that's going to be old news. The day is going to come. Don't get me wrong. It may take some time for that, but for that to fall as old news, that's just me now. I think it's going to be, because we never seen anything of that magnitude. And from a scriptural standpoint, Most High says it's going to be greater than the first. Because now you're talking about all of Judah on the four corners of the earth. The world is going to be astonished. They're gonna be perplexed. They never seen anything like this. Hey, and let's go back here. You know for a fact it will not be man who's going to do it. We have a difficult time of getting ourselves together, period. But this one time, this one call, everybody has, all of us are going to fall into unison. That's what we're going to do. If you looked at that video, you seen everybody moving. It was packing up things or whatever, leaving things behind. Yeah. We are in line for that right now. That's what we are. We're getting ourselves spiritually prepared for. Yah's people is telling the world who we are. This time, I mean, I'm still looking at some brothers out here still debating. Brothers, I mean, to each his own. The Most High said, and the reason why I don't care for debates, brothers and sisters, is this. The Most High said he's going to put it in our hearts. My thing is this, you're Israel. You have this brother, you have Sister Kathy, Sister Cynthia, and they claiming to be Israel. If they give you that claim that who they are, you move in that direction. All right, sister, hey, how you doing? You respect the sister and everything you're supposed to do as a brother or sister to another brother and sister. This is what we need to do until the time comes where the Most High write his laws in our hearts. This here debating, brothers, you know who we are. Hold on to that. Hold on to that. Now, granted, I'm not saying do not study. No, you continue to study and all of that. But when it's all over said and done, those laws will be put in your heart. The world taught us that Israel couldn't follow the laws because the laws are too hard to hold on to. This is the lie they told us. This is the lie they told us. And then the world came back and said, oh, the laws are done away with. Now, where one moment, Israel couldn't keep the laws. Then they come up with another excuse. The laws are done away with. Brothers and sisters, that's that shadiness of religion. That's what this is. A shady situation they have brought about. Everything they talked about, done, has been for their flesh. They needed to keep Israel or Jacob or Yahudims down. Brothers, and like I said, I'm a firm believer. They don't want us to go. It's when I say they do not want us to go. They understand this is the movement of money. That's all they worried about. And they know the people that moves money. You little 14.3% of people. You're supposed to be this here. You're supposed to be that there, but you moving money. You're making the world turn. You're making Gentiles richer. That's who we are. Inventors. Money makers. Money movers. That's who we are. And they know this. But at the same time, they got to keep us kind of sick a little bit. To keep us occupied. That's what they do. They got to do that. This is that rejoicing over Jacob's fall. This is the action of the nations. And I'm talking about with an S. These Gentiles, when it sit up here and told this particular nation, yes, you want to make medicine for who? All righty. Yeah, all right. Well, African Americans, they have an issue with high blood pressure. What can you give us? Well, I can give you this here, and then I can add this here to slow their birth rate down. You know, you know what, Sister Cynthia? I let them go with that small percentage. Because if it's like, let's just say hypothetically, you know, let's say it's at 13%. I know I heard another brother. He said this. He said something similar to yours. Your comment. It's like they're making themselves look bad. Think about it. If we 14% of this population of the United States, and everybody is more numerous than us, how is it that we moving money around like that? That's one thing they cannot. They refuse to lie about. African Americans move money around. African Americans can make a country in Africa make billions in within a year. It's African Americans, and if it's that 14% of people that's doing it, you too, Brother Robert, you be safe about that, brother. I'm about to close it out to myself. But if you are able to move, and being at 14% now, that's the thing. 14% of the population of the United States, we're supposed to be the smallest, and you're doing the greatest damage when it comes to moving money around. You're doing the greatest damage when you come to inventions. But who is the one you're not doing the damage. Let me take damage back. You adding to society. But then who's doing the damage? It's the Gentiles. They come in and steal. That's what they do. They steal it. And they claim your invention as their own. They make the money off of your own. This is what they did. This is what they're practicing right down to this very day. And you know, that's what I'm looking at. And if they saying this, and don't get me wrong, Sister Kathy, they liars. You don't know when they telling the truth. And it could be that we may be more numerous than what they're talking about, because it's a fear factor that's being played out. What? There's nobody that can dominate our DNA. No one. Whomever a black man or black woman touch, oh, what? That child is a Negro. Oh, that child got a little black in him. And you got to ask yourself why they're upset. Because anybody can dominate their bloodline. Their bloodline is weak. You can take a Gentile person and a Chinese. That Chinese is you're going to see that Chinese in that child. Period. Yeah, you got some jealousy, hatred going on all at the same time. If they want to continue to say we're the least of all people, all right, let's go from a scriptural standpoint. Let's go from a scriptural standpoint. So be it. But this small amount of people doing all of this, and you want to think you knocking us down? Brothers and sisters, come on now. Look at what we did to the political system. And we ain't even talking about for the vast majority of them being woke. They woke up politically and said, you know what? No matter who we vote for, neither one of y'all no good. We just ain't go vote. It didn't just hurt one party, it hurt both of them. It didn't just hurt one people, man, please. It hurt nations. Our actions did that. Now if we take that action, brothers, and we take our actions and apply this as a nation, oh good, what are you talking about? But if you got your mind set on this particular place, like some brothers do, They said this is the promised land. I do not believe that, scripturally speaking. That's just me. You go base anything upon Genesis 15, and that's what I'm basing it upon. This is captivity. This is captivity. We are in captivity. I don't see this as no promised land. You can sit up here and say somebody came over here and named this some city, Jerusalem or whatever. But the Most High said it came in and they parted up my land. The United States is not parted up. Now, taken, that's a different story. But it was taken from, they say, Native Americans, and along with, let's call them Mexicans. They have not parted this land up. Africa is the only place that we know that have been parted up. You know what, Sister Cynthia, that's what they're good at. They're very good at, coming in, scoping out the land, and looking at a way how to dominate it. What was that movie? What was the blue people? What do they call it? What was the name of that movie? They made two of them. But if you look at the movie, how they came in, they just show what they did, what they've been doing in past, they've been doing in the past, and they apply to the, to the present. As to Avatar, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Avatar. They're showing their hands. They literally showing their dirty draws. That's all the world is doing. They so accustomed to going in and taking things. Venezuela, no, brother. Let's look at this now. Let's look at this now. That's a business anger management situation. The political buddies that owned that was overseeing those resources, the government flipped on them. So now y'all can't be coming and doing that. Oh, now they gotta flip the script. Oh, this country is bringing in drugs and things, but they didn't say that in the 80s when they were dropping all that stuff in black neighborhoods. And they paid them to do it. They paid them to do it. Brothers, we had to go through it. We went through it. The Most High, by the strength of the Most High, we're still living right down to this very day. And now we have a very strong sense of deliverance, greater exodus. That's on hand. That's what we're looking at right now. Working, I don't care how you look at it. I ain't gonna say I don't care. Brothers and sisters, if you can make room for it, make room for it. Start to separate yourself from the system. If it got to take, like I said, brother, if you got to take a little styrofoam cup and put your seed in and do it, just play with it. Shalom, Shabbat shalom, brother Earl. Play with it. Start, maneuvering things in a situation. Because truthfully, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, I got to work myself away from the system. And truthfully, I got to work to get myself out of a system. I literally have to buy things to get myself out of a system. And if you're in this system, you're accustomed to electric, water, gas, whatever the situation may be, you gotta, brothers, I'm gonna say this, and brothers and sisters, don't get upset and don't look at it as a negative. But when I came here, I never seen Amish people before. Well, you want to talk about people that separate themselves? They do. although they have some demonic stuff going on, but they separate themselves. They separate themselves. Now, the thing that's going to be tricky with them is this. Do not think that they're not going to get hemmed up with this digital ID. Because now they still use the system a little bit. And I say system because they sell to the system. That's how they make their money. It's, sheets, whatever they can sell, fruits or whatever, people buy it from them. But the scripture said, if you do not have the mark, you cannot buy nor sell. And for them that have been practicing that, hey, they're gonna be put in the same predicament. But their lifestyle and the way they went about doing it, brother, this is not something that we look at and say, no, man, I don't want to go back to that time and things of that nature. Who want to be in the field doing this and doing that? But if that's the way the Most High wanted out there, brothers and sisters, the only thing you can do is do it or don't do it. You got free will to make that choice. That's one thing you have. You have that ability to make that choice of what you want to do. You're right, Brother Earl. It's a very bad idea. But this is what we have. This is what we got in front of us. And this is what we have to do. We're going to have to make a decision. This is not about saving the world right now. This is about saving or the regrouping of Judah and Israel. This is what this is about. Everything that's taking place, brothers, is based upon scripture. And when it's all over said and done, it's about a people that has to come back and will come back as a nation. They went and they worked. They worked to separate us. But it's going to be the Most High who's going to bring us back together. That's what it's going to be about. That's what it's about right now. You have individuals that laughs at brothers and sisters saying you claiming to be Israel. They're going to laugh. I mean, what they did is send Yahushua. Whatever you went through, brothers and sisters, trust and believe you're going to go through the same thing. You're going to go through the same thing. Don't fool yourself to think you're not. You are. But the day is going to come where you're going to shine bright. Everybody that laughed at, and this is where I'm about to go back now. That laughed at you saying you black or whatever, you're African or African Americans. Oh yeah. Because right now, it appears we're not on the winning team. Because you got some brothers out here that's right here bleaching their skin, trying to look like them. The damage to us, it runs deep. It runs deep. But brothers, this is just my encouragement. Don't go, fight. It's surprising how some words can hurt a person. Oh, you black and ugly. I know we all heard that one. Oh, the darker you are, the more you need to smile. This is all the stuff they said about us and our people, and we fed into it. This is what we did. Now it's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to when you step up with a vengeance. They told us that we was black. They told us we was ugly. But the day that we start to lift our heads up, we start to see something totally different. They start to see things totally different. We so ugly that yet and still you having babies by us. We so ugly. This is the world. This is the world saying, and it affected us. But we waking up. We woke. They can't contend with it. Oh, you want to talk about somebody whose skin been damaged by the sun? It ain't gonna be us. You want to talk about somebody's face looking like leather, looking like the Grand Canyon? That ain't gonna too much be us. Yeah, you're right, brother Earl. We got necks, and there's nobody behind us. This is it. This is it. I mean, Sister Kathy, you're so correct. And you know, it's where we're standing right now, brothers and sisters. That's where we need to be. That's where we need to keep standing with the Most High, because they had to change him around. And this is showing you, and truthfully, brother, this right here, it will show you who you are connected to. They got rid of his name. They took his name out of the Bible, called him Lord, God, and whatever. This is what they did. So the moment that the Most High's name has been restored, there's a restoration that's going to happen to Yahushua, because they call him Jesus. Then there's a resurrection, because you got to look at what the scripture says. What have been loosed in the heavens will be loosed on earth. When the Most High's name is put back up on high, and Yahushua's name is put back where it's supposed to be, we next. You're right, Brother Earl. We got next. That's the beauty of it. We are on the winning team, and we are sitting on the winning team based on faith. This is how we're standing. We're on this, brothers. The world is wanting to look like us now, but things have changed. We have entertained the world already. We done that. Been there, done that. That's what we did. Now, the Most High says it's time for you to wake up, Israel. Let the world know who you are. We woke up now. This is not entertainment. This is strictly spiritual work that has to be done. And we telling the world who we are. This good news of the kingdom will be preached into the whole inhabited earth. And then the end will come. We are those people that's witnessing to the world who we are, who we represent. And that representation, it comes from on high. It starts from the heavens down to this earth. They lied, told us we were no longer the Most High's people. We woke up. We saying we are the people, and we maintaining that, and we standing on it. The Most High's name has been put back on high. Yahushua, boom. Brothers and sisters are putting it out there. His name is Yahushua. You got some, you still have some out there calling them Jesus. But it all starts, whatever has been loosed in the heavens shall be loosed on earth. All right, you too, Brother Earl. I'm about to close it on out also, but before I close it out, brothers, I'm trying to make this more of a regular, and but let me bring this one out, and this is a song, "I Am That I Am," and this is the Most High saying, He's telling people who He is, who His Son is, and who His people is. And brothers, if they got to go through the music, or brothers on His channel, He's preaching and reading it from the scriptures. The Most High, He's covering every channel on this planet for people to know who He is, who His Son is, and who His people is. He's letting the world know. He's using any type of communication for this to get out, and we're doing it. All right, hold on just for a moment. Let me get this in queue.
They changed me. The earth groans beneath my feet. They changed me. They changed my name, my word, my glory, and called it light. But it was laced with lies. Now the foot of Yah stands on earth. This is the path of judgment and fire. The eternal one, the ancient of days. They painted my face, twisting my grace, and told the world I'm just another god in the race. They changed my son, Yahusha the mighty one. The Lion of Judah turned to a lamb they could run from. They changed my people, Israel, scattered and sold. Made kings into slaves, turned prophets into gold. The world dressed up, sin in holy robes. My Sabbath, flipped my codes. They took my covenant and made it their own. But I still see Zion, I still know my own. They changed me. They changed my son, but his blood remains. They changed my people. Changed my people. The fire's the same. I am that I am. I stand on my name. For the jumping of my mighty hand, I stand on that. For the wrath and the path that they laughed, I stand on that. Hey! Heaven shakes when my foot hits the land, I stand on that. Hey! They thought they could erase me, but I am back. My glory they tried to hide. They said I was silence, but I thunder in clouds. They mocked my prophets, now the trumpets get loud. Hey, they call me Lord, but forgot my name. Yahweh, the flame, the unchanging, untamed. They buried my truth in cathedrals and halls. But I'm breaking their altars, tearing down walls. Yeah, my word was twisted, my people were shamed. But I wrote every line, they can't change my name. My spirit moves in the broken, the bruised. The chosen rise though the world's confused. The meek will speak what the proud refused. For my judgment is love and my wrath is truth. You changed the sun, but the stone still cries. Yeah. You changed the tongue, but the truth won't die. Yeah. You changed the books, but I still write sky. Now my people awaken, dry bones rise. You touch my anointed, mocked my plan, played with the covenant, called it man. But I am Yah, the consuming fire. The world's a stage, and I'm the choir. Oh, now they changed me, but I never changed. They changed my son, but his blood remains. They changed my people. They changed my people. The fire's the same. I am that I am. I stand on my name. For the judgment of my mighty hand, I stand on that. Hell, for the wrath and the path that they laughed, I stand on that. Heaven shakes when my foot hits the land, I stand on that. They thought they could erase me, but I am back. I see my sons and daughters rise. With fire in their eyes, they recognize the name above all names. Yeah, no other can claim that throne. No lie can change that star. My people return from the ends of the seas. The tears are prayers, the chains are keys. I'm lifting the veil, restoring the line. The covenant breathes, the promise is mine. The world made me common, I made it holy. They crowned their kings, I wrote my story. Now nations tremble, temples fall. For I am Yah, the all in all. They changed me, but I never changed. Hey, they changed my son, but his blood remains. Hey, they changed my people, the fire's the same. Yeah. I stand on that. Hey. I stand on that. Hey. Yeah, it's back. I stand on that. Yeah.
And brothers and sisters, you all be safe out there. And like I said, continue. My encouragement, continue for your brothers and sisters. The devil is not going to make anything easier for us. Everything about our lives has been difficult. It's been trials and tribulations. But let us continue to encourage one another and always pray for one another because we need it. Thanks a lot, Sister Kathy. I like that, and that's the beauty of it, Sister Kathy. If it means lifting somebody's spirit, so be it. And then like the world put out this other stuff out here is to damage people, some of the music and stuff. And but I've seen other brothers out there doing music too, and they're out there to encourage brothers, and that's why I pray that the music lift brothers and sisters' spirit. And so now we got to start changing the narrative of what the world puts out in order to lift our brothers and sisters up. And that's the thing that's the way I try to do it. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Sister Patia. I appreciate that. You too, Brother Dave. But brothers and sisters, you all be safe out there. Walk on water. Attack that flesh. Glorify the Most High, great and holy name. In Yahushua HaMashiach's name, you brothers and sisters, be safe out there. Shalom.